Hi there, this video is going to show you how to draw a 3D box. I'm going to show you in two different ways. I'm going to start with the easier way first that ends up with a transparent box, and then for the second time I show you, I am going to show you how to do it starting with the finished product and putting that together. And I actually think if you can learn the finished product way, it's way more versatile. So here's the simple way that most kids can already do. You have two boxes, and you always want to draw a square starting with two lines down. You always want to start a square with two lines down. Then we are going to connect it like this. You probably know this. Then we're going to draw another square, same size, up here. Okay? Then we're just going to connect the corners. Right? And you end up with some kind of transparent box, whether it's pointing up or pointing down, we don't know. But we are actually going to talk about how to make the square starting with the end product, which is this, okay? Now, this lesson is for kids more like second maybe, but third and fourth grade and above, okay? So here's how you make this and all sorts of other cool shapes. So you're going to be doing this in 3 steps. So the first step you need to do is draw a straight line. Most people can do that. Now here's the tricky part. Now if this is like a conceptual brain level, you have to be at least 4th grade. Third grade will be able to do 2 parallel lines. You can do them that way, or you could do them this way. But we're going to go with this one. But it's very important that you have 2 lines pointing the same direction, okay? This way and this way. Then we are going to connect them like this, okay? Then the next step is going to be to add 3 legs to each of the corners. And the way to remember this is same line length for all of the corners. Now we don't want to draw a line from this one because we'd have to draw through our shape. So here we go across, and now this line is going to get duplicated down here because we have to stay within the perspective. Now you end up with a pretty cool little box. Now another thing you can do is with that same way, so you start with the line, add these little guys on here. Actually, I'm going to make it a little bit longer. We're going to draw a tabletop, okay? A little bit longer, and then I connect them, and then I draw tiny little legs because I'm going to make a board like it were a tabletop. And then there, and then again I have to parallel line this one as well. So from there, and then you can draw more like, make a bookcase like this, okay? So there is that lesson. And this is starting with the final product. Now, if you wanted to make a tall box, you would make your lines longer. Kind of looks more like a trash can. Make this up a little bit. So we have to keep this angle. So whatever point you start on, you have to make sure it's the same angle as that one. Okay, and then we'll just push it across. Okay, so there you go. So that's what it looks like. But I'm drawing on the side, and you see I kind of made that like that. But anyway, that is how to draw a box.